everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 7th episode of Zero Kara Hajimeru Mahou no Show.
Please support the official release.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled idiots. Ding!
If you want to check out our reaction to the 7th episode of The Grimoire of Zero, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, on this episode of The Grimoire of Zero, we continue on with what was going on last week with the mercenary deciding to leave.
Lover spat, really. There's a few more episodes of the anime. You know they're going to come back together.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I kind of liked what was going on. That weird double-edged sword that was being played with in the tavern with the little girl, where she saw the mercenary, beating another beast fallen.
Yeah.
Right.
And then invited him in to her tavern.
That's some weird imagery. Sorry, that murder would make one ugly girl.
Yeah. But invited him in, gave him stuff to eat and stuff like that. But at the very end of the whole episode deal, we had this nice little interaction where they were talking about the future and stuff like that. And the other shoe drops a little bit. And
Well, yeah, then when she's talking with her father, she basically reveals that she only lured him into the tavern so that he would be, I guess, honor bound or obligated. Well, maybe not obligated exactly, but trying to think of the word that I want to use for it.
He'd feel bad if he didn't help him out again.
His sense of righteousness, I guess, wouldn't allow him to not act. I also want to point out how similar that beast fallen that showed eating her mother looked to our main character.
Oh shit.
But so he walks in right when she basically says that, and he just, not a single word, just goes over, punches the assholes out of the tavern, pays for his stay, and
it is how it is,
yeah,
and
just
walks out.
It is how it is.
Twice for emphasis.
Man, I'm not sure exactly, because there's so many things going on with that this one little story here. I'm not really sure how to actually take it in. Because I don't know, the girl with that picture that Y2N just posted, she looks like was actually trying to do some good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so... Yeah.
Well, it's obvious that she knows that she fucked up there, but... then the mercenary leaves the city in the cover of darkness and goes out to somewhere in the wilderness and sets up camp. Well, just starts resting on the ground, really. And then the wolf guy shows up, wanting his revenge for now being mostly naked.
And those pecs, though.
Works out.
He does work out.
Well, yeah, I mean, he should have known what was going to happen when he basically lured a bunch of witches to try to help him with his revenge. I mean, like, what the mercenary said was he probably lured him by saying that they could find a better Beast Fallen head to use. But, you know, now they're probably more like, oh, well, you're going to lead us to another one. Now we have two. Basically. I mean, that's probably what I would do, let's be honest.
Right?
What bothered you there, Ryusei? I can tell you something that kind of bothered me during that part, which was the mercenary's disappearing sword. It seemed to only appear when it was convenient. Because, like, when he first got startled by the arrows and he jumped up and rolled away, there was no sword. And then when he needed the sword, suddenly the sword was on his hip.
Good old hammer space.
Yep. Magic.
Imagination.
It's called the sheath. Well, that sword is still super obvious when it's in the sheath.
But yeah, as the screenshots are showing, we get.
Yep, basically the mercenary.
So we first get him shot.
Okay, hang on. So the mercenary starts chasing down the witches, and he corners one by a cliff and goes to kill the guy.
But then gets shot from behind.
Gets shot from behind by a magic arrow. And at the same time, Zero is confronting 13 because she knows that 13 drove the mercenary away, basically. And, well, as she put it, she didn't want 13 taking away something that was dear to her. Did she? I really can't remember.
Yeah,
But yeah, basically she, like, made a little contract or whatever with him. Put a magic spell on him.
Yeah, I don't think it was an actual contract, because the contract that was done, that's over with. And according to Zero.
Well, technically they never made a contract there. They tore it up.
But the spell that she did in the bath scene was not part of the contract. It was something extra that she herself forgot to undo.
Or maybe she didn't undo it on purpose.
Yeah, or maybe she didn't undo it on purpose.
And so she gets shot in the stomach with that magic arrow for her trouble. Because it teleports through the mercenary right to her gut.
Leaving the mercenary completely unharmed. And
not the second could be same for that witch that he cornered, though. Sliced by a giant sword and fallen off a cliff. Bad day.
Bad day.
I wasn't sure if that was a her or him, but
I think it was a dude.
Yeah. But yeah, that witch, that poor witch. But the one the one witch who was like who was screaming to stop and stuff like that. Man, she lucked out.
Yeah, she did. Well, first of all, she got freaked out because the mercenary wasn't even harmed by the magic arrow. Then she tried to run, and she tripped. So then she tried to crawl. Smooth move.
Right?
But, yeah, the mercenary almost went beast mode on her ass.
Head grab and everything. He was ready to chow down.
But somehow his memories of Zero brought him back to his humanity.
Zero truly is magical.
Yes, she is.
Mercenary just can't quit her. He's about to do the deal to another woman, and he just sees her in his mind.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. So then also the mercenary and the dog guy. So the dog guy basically crawls out of the woods, and the mercenary is just going to just walk away and let him die. And of course, the dog guy brings up that he was basically hired to protect Serena's granddaughter. So the mercenary is going to use him to get close to not only Serena's granddaughter, but also him.
And no equivalence to the band, but
yeah, I thought that he was going to offer the dog guy the potion as well. And then, the dog guy died because
that would be hilarious.
That's not what the potion is.
That would be funny.
Yeah, maybe he will in the next episode. That's kind of the way that I think that it would go.
But yeah, we basically leave off with that uneasy team up between the mercenary and the
Dog guy. The mongrel.
The mutt.
And with 13 taking Zero to bed.
Not like that.
She's
you pervs.
In bandages. Injured.
Not like that, you pervs.
And yeah, I chose my words wisely on purpose.
That does it.
Hashtag pray for Zero. 1 like equals 1 prayer.
Get us out of here.
All right. So let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
Oh, you know it. You know I enjoyed that thing. And go ahead and click on my face to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, please go ahead and check out our Patreon page.